Hello, my name is Grumpy. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy Eye.
So there are some important things that happened. What's up, Grifter? There are some important things that happened. First of which is one of the leaks that said, let me just tell you what they said. Bayor CAG said, as a general reminder, the stuff staff mentions in here is usually just in the context of the PTU and doesn't have any bearings on what will be released to the live. So if we disable something, I know that you cannot see this is on a second screen, this is in my Discord, and the link is down in the description of the video if you want to join, and everybody's welcome. So if we disable something for a time, that does not mean it will be disabled on live. So that refers to what's it called, the bed logging issue, because we all saw that they are removing bed logging, but like I said, they may not. Maybe the bed logging removal is just for the PTU, and then we will see like what's gonna happen like once PTU hits like wave 1 and wave 2 and once it goes live. So Chris Wayne Schmidt said, this is the Patch Watch post on Spectrum. He said, hello everyone, as with previous Patch Watches, we are spotlighting a selection of upcoming features and improvements that don't appear on the public roadmap. So as we approach release day, blah blah blah, here are some of the latest additions making their way into the build. Sure. Additional key bindings. So there was like some fuss about this because their wording was terrible, and they said that they added the key bindings to toggle the pip, but we already have that. But they meant that we're gonna have a selector key basically if you want to be in a like lead pip or lag pip. Prediction on 3.18 release. Release to the PU or the PTU, because I think that the PTU is gonna happen like mid-December, so in like 10 to 15 days from now. But I think that, yeah, that could be right, like release to the PU could be in like February, March. Anyway, let's continue. ESP, there are 2 new hold keybinds for the pilots and the turret gunner. Will be added to allow to momentarily enable ESP by holding down the button. This is useful for certain joysticks that feature dual stage triggers, allowing the first stage to enable ESP and the second stage to fire weapons. Sure, this is all good. There's gonna be a G key short press that will just swap between fixed and auto gimbaled modes, and then we're gonna have a G key long press that will activate manual gimbal mode. So it's not just gonna cycle through modes like it used to before. Additionally, there are now key bindings to directly select fixed auto and manual gimbal modes. I mean, sure, whatever. There's gonna be separate key bindings for deploying and retracting landing gear. In addition to the current toggle, you will be able to set keys to specifically deploy or retract your landing gear. I don't know why you would have that, but sure, which is required for hardware switchers. Yeah, okay, I understand it. That's like for whoever has like a control panel and wants to have a separate switch for like up and down. Good to see you too, Ken. So they added the stopwatch. That like it's gonna be on your end, and you're gonna short press it to start it and pause it, and you're gonna long press to reset the stopwatch. Sure. Now here we come to the issue. So they said that the ballistics are gonna penetrate. Like the gist of this is that the ballistic weapons are gonna penetrate all the shields. So what they say is ballistic shield penetration will be largely increased. With this change, even strong shields will only scrub off a few % of incoming ballistic damage. So right now we have, so the ballistics, when they hit a shield, maybe 5% of the ballistic damage goes onto the hull. But it's gonna be like the other way around now, and we're gonna have like 95% hitting the hull and 5% getting soaked up by the shield, which I don't know if I like, honestly. I really do not know if I like that. Related but not quite ready for Alpha 318, we're working on a weapon diversification, which will strongly influence weapon performance parameters and ammo counts. This is planned for a later patch next year. Okay, why would you tell us that in like 318 patch watch? Sure, but this only goes to show that like they really don't know what they're doing. Like this is, I don't know how many reworks of weapon mechanics and energy weapons and all of that are we gonna get until they're satisfied. Like this only means that all of the PvPers are just gonna use the ballistics, and the scrubs that are going to be using the energy weapons, they're just going to use them for like PvE, and then when they get attacked, they're just going to be dead immediately because yeah, the other guy had fucking ballistics. So yeah, it's not a good plan, Simi. So I don't really understand it. Like introducing this before introducing the armor mechanics is just like stupid, honestly, because like with the armor, you could maybe choose a shield that's gonna soak up all the, like, more of the energy weapons, and then, oh, you can't see half of it. Okay, you can see the whole thing now. And then you can choose an armor that can soak up a lot of the, or like deflect a lot of the ballistic damage. So having this right now is just like, okay, so we're back to the fucking ballistic weapons meta, and yeah, everybody's gonna be running with the miniguns, and yeah, so I don't understand it. It's gonna be fun, and I just CC'd up to the Ion because I thought that the Ion is gonna be better than the Inferno. So fuck me, I should have gotten the Inferno. They're the same fucking price, so I can't change it right now. So fuck me. Anyway, health component distortion pass. The health of items will be increased to have less chance of being immediately destroyed by a single missile hit. So that's good. But also this whole ballistic shield penetration thing goes with the soft death mechanics, so you will see a bunch of like small fighters attacking, I don't know, C2s and the hammerheads and all that, and destroying them pretty easily, unless they're holding something and they're not telling us something. But I see like a bunch of gladiuses attacking hammerhead and destroying it and just boarding it after like, I don't know, 3 minutes of a fight. Distortion numbers are also changing. Coolers will not be affected by distortion to avoid deadlocking. What? Power plants will not scale down their power output with increased distortion damage, but instead binarily shut off once distortion damage is too high. Power plants will then take 5 minutes to recover, while 5 fucking minutes? Really? Jesus. While power down, items will not receive any more distortion damage. 5 minutes of no power. They must be joking. So, fucking distortions are gonna be OP as fuck now. Those distortions and ballistics. As they were before. But they're gonna be even more OP now. Jesus Christ. These are not the final tuning values for distortion. Consider them a temporary measure until we approach related gameplay topics like slowing ships down. Whew. Okay, treating is gonna be... It's gonna be fun. Mineable gems will be stackable in inventories in Alpha 318. Like, we have been asking this since the inventory got introduced, so for a year now, maybe even fucking more. Nice of you to fucking remember that, and to do that. The team also added minor improvements to the mining gadget UI for better readability. Sure, whatever. I don't really think that like people use the mining gadgets, honestly. That's all for the patch watch, blah blah blah. And then yeah, they were talking about the wording issue that they talked about already. So yeah, that with the Korea being the only place where you can clear your crime stat, there's gonna be a lot of fucking carcasses over there and like ballistic pew-pews and all that shit. Did you see the change for the weapons, the next patch, Fate?
No. What change? Like hand weapons or ship?
Ship weapons. So basically, right now, if you're using the ballistic weapons, maybe 5% of the damage is gonna go through the shield onto the hull. If the guy is shielded. But in the next patch, like 95% is gonna go through the shield onto the hull. So like the shields are gonna soak up maybe 5% of the damage, and that's it.
Okay, so just use ballistics always?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair.
Also, distortions will, like, once you reach a point when something needs to shut down, so they're not affecting the coolers anymore, but once you reach that point, your ship is gonna be shut down for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, like a timer?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
The ballistic thing, I don't like. It's gonna make ships like, I mean, if you're super good with the Inferno there, that's gross.
Mm-hmm.
If you put size 5s on the Redeemer, or is it size 5s on the Redeemer and size 5s on the Corsair, the front, that's like insane.
Well, I just bought the Ion, or CCU'd something to the Ion, so I'm fucked. I should have gotten the Inferno, and they're the same price, therefore I cannot fucking change it. But like, you played Overwatch, maybe you didn't play like Overwatch 2 that much, but you remember in Overwatch 1, the CC meta with the fucking flashbangs and the sleeping darts and all of that? They were all like freeze you for like a second or 5 seconds, and that's it, and in that time you would die, right?
Right.
Imagine fucking 5 minutes.
That's just insane.
Yeah.
I don't understand where they're getting that magic number from, to be honest.
God, bother their ass, probably. They didn't know, like, what to set the timer to, and they were like, oh, just set it to default. 5 minutes, fine, it's cool.
It just, like, it doesn't seem like it should be something that automatically kills you, you know what I mean? Like, because that's what it's doing. Like, 5 minutes is going to get you smoked. Like, it's just, you might as well just say, you know what, self-destruct or whatever, because you can, actually, but you're just dead. You're dead in the water.
Yeah.